6x NBA All-Star offers damning J.A. Morant assessment as worrying locker room moment emerges. The Memphis Grizzlies have been waiting for their superstar J.A. Morant to make his long-awaited comeback, but as the days pass, troubling signs seem to grow louder. A new report suggests that not only are the Grizzlies struggling on the court, but behind closed doors, tensions are beginning to boil. And now, a six-time NBA All-Star has weighed in with a brutally honest assessment of J.A. Morant's mindset, one that could raise eyebrows across the league. The comments come from none other than Paul George, a player who's experienced both the highs of superstardom and the lows of controversy. On his Podcast P, George opened up about J.A. Morant's situation and didn't hold back. His words painted a concerning picture of where the young star's focus and leadership may truly stand. "You can have all the talent in the world," George said, "but if your head's not in the right place, it doesn't matter. That energy spreads, it affects your teammates, your locker room, and your entire organization." Those comments struck a chord because they came right as reports surfaced about a worrying moment in the Grizzlies' locker room. According to multiple insiders, players and coaches have noticed a growing sense of frustration, not just with the team's losing streak, but with the uncertainty surrounding Morant's influence and leadership. Even though J.A. remains suspended and away from official team activities, his presence, or lack thereof, is being felt. One insider described the scene as tense, with some veteran players privately questioning whether the team's culture can truly recover once Morant returns. "It's not a question of talent, everyone knows what J.A. brings to the floor. It's a question of trust, maturity, and whether the Grizzlies' young star can be the leader Memphis desperately needs him to be." Paul George went even deeper on that point, emphasizing how much pressure comes with being the face of a franchise. "When you're that guy," George explained, "everything you do matters, every reaction, every word, every action. Younger players look at you, veterans feed off your energy. You can't fake it. You either lead by example, or you lose the locker room." And that's the heart of the issue in Memphis right now. The Grizzlies' locker room used to be one of the most unified in the league, a group built on grit, swagger, and togetherness. But over the past year, that identity has started to fracture. Dillon Brooks' departure, Steven Adams' injury, and the long suspension of J.A. Morant have left a leadership vacuum that no one seems ready to fill. The recent reports detail how some players feel disconnected, unsure of the direction the team is heading. The Grizzlies, who once prided themselves on being the new dynasty in the West, now look like a group in search of stability. And for a locker room that used to chant "Grind City" with pride, that uncertainty is dangerous. George's words ring especially true because he's been there before. As a young star in Indiana and later in Oklahoma City, he faced his own moments of immaturity and public scrutiny. But he eventually learned how to adapt, how to channel criticism into growth. His advice for J.A. was clear: he's got to mature. He's got to understand that this is bigger than him now. Memphis is looking at him not just as a player, but as their heartbeat. When you lose that trust, it's hard to get it back. Meanwhile, around the league, executives and analysts are beginning to wonder whether Memphis can hold things together until Morant's return. The team's 1-6 start has been nothing short of disastrous, and the frustration is spilling out into the open. Reports from team insiders describe a heated post-game exchange between two players following their most recent loss, a moment that allegedly left the coaching staff scrambling to calm tensions. It's moments like that which fuel speculation that J.A.'s absence isn't just about missing points or highlights, it's about missing leadership. When your best player is also your emotional engine, his absence leaves a massive void. Without that guiding energy, small issues become big ones. And when you add the constant outside noise about Morant's off-court behavior, it's no surprise that the Grizzlies' confidence looks shaken. NBA insiders like Kendrick Perkins and J.J. Redick have also chimed in recently, echoing George's concerns. Perkins bluntly stated, "J.A. Morant needs to decide what kind of man he wants to be, not just what kind of player. The league gave him another chance. His teammates are waiting to see if he'll grow up or keep playing with fire." Redick added, "He's got to realize he's a role model now, whether he likes it or not. The kids in Memphis look up to him. The city looks up to him. He's got to earn that respect again." All of this comes amid reports that J.A. Morant has been training privately, staying in shape, and trying to prepare for his eventual return. But the question remains, will his mindset match his physical readiness? For the Grizzlies to get back on track, it's not just about Morant dropping 30 points a night. It's about restoring belief in that locker room. The chemistry, the culture, the confidence, all of it needs a reset. Even head coach Taylor Jenkins has hinted at frustration, saying after a recent loss, "We've got to find consistency. We've got to find accountability." While he didn't mention anyone by name, the subtext was clear. Jenkins, like everyone else, knows that the heart of the team, J.A. Morant, still looms large over everything. What makes this situation so crucial is that the Grizzlies' window for contention is now. They have a roster full of young, hungry talent, from Desmond Bane to Jaren Jackson Jr., but without their leader setting the tone, that potential risks going to waste. George's comments may have sounded harsh, but in many ways, they were a warning, not a condemnation. The message was simple: grow up, take responsibility, and lead before it's too late. The good news for Memphis fans is that J.A. Morant still has time to turn this narrative around. The NBA is full of redemption stories, from Allen Iverson to Derrick Rose to even Paul George himself. What matters now is how Morant responds. Does he use this criticism as fuel? Does he return to the team with humility and hunger? Or does he let the noise define him? When Morant eventually steps back onto the court, the world will be watching, not just to see his dunks or his speed, but his demeanor. Will he high-five his teammates after tough possessions? Will he take accountability in press conferences? Will he show the leadership Memphis has been waiting for? Those are the signs that will truly tell whether he's grown. For now, Paul George's words serve as both a critique and a challenge. J.A. Morant is one of the most electrifying players in basketball, a generational talent with MVP potential. But talent alone doesn't win championships. Leadership does. And until J.A. shows that he's ready to lead not just with his game, but with his heart and maturity, the Grizzlies' locker room will remain uneasy. As one anonymous veteran told a reporter this week, "We all believe in J.A. But belief isn't enough anymore. We need proof." That's the reality facing the Memphis Grizzlies right now. Their superstar has the power to change everything, for better or for worse. The next few months could determine not just J.A. Morant's legacy, but the future of the franchise itself.